All right, guys, we're going to learn the outdoor camera into the DAP. We followed the same procedure where you got to learn the camera into the panel, and then you learn the DAP into the panel. Once you get to that point, then you can actually learn the camera into the DAP. Now, one of the cool things about the software that we're going to have this summer is when you go into Installer Toolbox, okay, because you want to start the WPS process, you can actually do that from the panel, or you can actually do it from the camera, depending on how you want to do it. So we can actually go in here to our smart home devices, go to cameras. We're going to pull up the outdoor camera. Then we're going to go to camera details right here. And if you scroll up, as you can see, it says initiate WPS mode. And so what you're going to do is you're going to actually start the WPS mode right here. So you'll want to have your ladder. If the camera is installed already on the wall, then you want to have your ladder so you can go up and actually check it after you start it. Or you can have it down close to the panel. Now there is an airport utility tool that we're going to talk about. Or you can use this airport utility tool, and if the numbers don't match up to the requirements that we're asking, once you learn how to use that airport utility tool, the best thing to do is before you mount that outdoor camera and you know that you're going to have to use a DAP, do everything down by the panel so it makes it a lot easier. So we have one just over here on the wall, so we'll check it to make sure that the WPS process actually starts. So what you're going to do is, you're going to go into here, and the other thing is that's really cool is we've got this DAP on an extension cord, and it's been very helpful when learning the DAP or the cameras into the DAP. So we're going to initiate the WPS. We're going to hit continue. Hopefully you're by your camera so that you can actually see if the WPS process actually started. So we're just going to run and check on it really quick. Once the WPS process started, you just have to push that little button and get this one flashing right here. And so now what it's going to do is it's going to actually learn the camera into the DAP, and then the DAP is going to be the middleman between the camera and the panel, and it'll transfer the live feed. So the thing that we're looking for is now you can see that this has gone solid. All we need now is for the green light on the outdoor camera to go solid. And then once it goes solid, then we can actually check it. And there's some things that you can actually do to check it is you'll actually see your signal strength go up. So, maybe your camera's sitting at like 65%. You add the DAP, you notice now that it's sitting around 80%. It boosted it up to where you actually need it to go. There's another way that you can actually know that if it worked is once everything's learned in, you can go to live feed and have someone standing out there walking in front of the camera. You pull the DAP, and then if everything disconnects and freezes up, then you know that it was working. Put the DAP back in, the camera starts to work again. Then you'll know that it actually started working. So one thing you do notice, you can see that we got all the details and stuff back, which means that the camera is back online. So now if we want to actually go in and check to make sure that it's actually working, so we can actually go into camera details here. Oh, sorry. So if we want to go check to see if it's actually online, we can actually go back to here. We can pull up the video, live video right here. Just wait for it to load. Okay, as you can see, we're getting the movement and stuff like that. Then if you wanted to, you pull the DAP. And as you can see, it's not working anymore. Then you can go plug the DAP back in. And then it's going to take a couple minutes for this to connect back up. But couple things about the DAP is we want to make sure that we always maintain 2 signal bars on this. So the best way to do it is, once you get your outdoor camera installed, you actually want to keep the DAP as close as you possibly can to the camera, meaning at least 2 signal bars or more. Okay? If you're too far away from the panel, you're only going to get 1 bar. So then you have to move it back closer to the panel to get the 2 bars, but keep it as close to the camera as possible so that it actually streams. So once we get this booted back up, then everything should go and reconnect it, and then you can start messing with it where you're going to plug it in and stuff like that. But it did make it a lot easier using an extension cord. And if you can actually do it before you mount the outdoor camera, it does make it a lot easier. But the cool thing is you can actually start the WPS process from inside the panel, give it a couple seconds, it probably started, then you can start the WPS on your DAP. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me or reference to your head tech. Thanks a lot.